Hey guys, SJ from ignorelimits.com here. Today we're going to talk about a few different techniques that you can use and that I've used successfully to overcome plateaus. Alright, so when we're talking about plateaus, I'm talking about when you find yourself struggling or unable to gain any more size, strength, in the gym, we're talking in terms of muscles here, or to the flip side of the coin, if you're unable to lose any more weight, any more fat, any more water weight. So basically, you're following your diet, your regime, etc. You're making progress and all of a sudden it halts, you can't go any further, you're struggling, you become demotivated. Okay guys, so the first and most important thing here, along with the techniques I'm going to talk to you about using to overcome your plateaus, is that when you hit a plateau in the gym, the fix is not necessarily found inside the gym. So, when I used to try and overcome plateaus in my first year or so of lifting, everyone hits plateaus by the way. In the first year, in the first 2 years, 4 years, I've been lifting for about 5 years now and I've hit a number of plateaus, and using these techniques I've always been able to overcome them. But the first thing that most people do is try and get this mind-muscle confusion going, guys. So they try and change their sets, they change their reps, they change their exercises, or what I used to do is I'd swap over my exercises and do my regime backwards. So instead of doing my presses first on chest day, I'd go and start off with my flies, and instead of doing squats first, I'd go to the leg press, etc., and mix it around like that. And it didn't really get me anywhere, guys, and I'm not surprised now that I actually understand, the proper way to overcome plateau, progressive overload, etc. Anyway, like I was saying, outside the gym is where you're going to find the fix to your plateau 99% of the time. That's given you're following, a sound lifting program, low rep, etc., the correct number of sets, but that's a blog for another time, or check out ignorelimits.com. You can see my training regime, etc. So anyway, outside the gym, guys, so number one, we're talking about your diet. So your diet is paramount. If you've hit a plateau in your weight loss and you're eating over your TDEE, so you're eating more calories on a 24-hour basis than your body needs to maintain its current weight, let alone lose fat, then you're never going to lose fat, guys. You need to be in a caloric deficit, so you need to be eating fewer calories on a 24-hour basis than your body needs to maintain its current shape to lose fat. If we flip the coin around, and we're talking about building muscle mass here, guys, you can be giving it your all in the gym, but if you're in a caloric deficit, so you're eating fewer calories than your body needs to maintain itself on a 24-hour basis, your body has no way to build that muscle mass, guys. So in the gym, we create the demand, to grow, to lose fat, etc. We create that demand. So this is the supply and the demand of bodybuilding, like I've spoke about before. So you're creating that demand by, doing a bench press, etc. And then you need to supply your muscles. You need to supply, with the nutrition, the calories, etc. to be able to get that growth, to be able to build that muscle, to be able to lose that fat if we're going the other way again. So first things first, check out your diet, find out how many calories you're eating. If you're trying to build muscle mass, you might need to up them slightly. If you're struggling to lose fat, you probably need to tone them down, drop your calories slightly. I've got a full guide on this stuff. It's all free on my website, ignorelimits.com, if you haven't seen it already, so check that out. So diet is paramount. Number two is your sleep. How much are you sleeping, guys? Like I said, so supply and demand, you can't expect your body to fully recover and build, repair the muscle tissues, the fibers, etc., and gain more mass and gain more strength, unless you're allowing sufficient time to recover while you sleep, etc. So if you're sleeping 5 hours a night, which is, I do that occasionally, guys, it's definitely not something you want to get in the habit of doing, but at least 7 hours a night, I'd say. You need to be getting at least 7 hours of sleep to allow your body to properly recover between workouts. So if you think your diet's in check, maybe add an extra half an hour, an extra hour of sleep per night. And I've found that can be enough, to make that big difference and to get you back on track and increasing your size and strength, guys. So next up we have mindset. So when you're lifting weights, guys, 200 pounds is 200 pounds, but it's the way you perceive that in your mind, guys. If you go in the gym and you think, this weight is heavy, it is going to feel heavy, guys. It always will do, even with lighter weights. If you think 100 pounds feels heavy, if you think 100 pounds is going to feel heavy, when you lift it and start repping it, you'll fail sooner than you normally would, guys. So it's all mindset, mindset, mindset. So you need to go in there. If you think you're slacking, you need to really dial in your mindset and just, imagine the weights are light. Think you're lifting something other than what you are lifting. Get a training partner. Even just having them, standing near the bar when you're, bench pressing, or standing near you when you're squatting, can just, give you that mental edge you need to just throw that weight up and actually do it. Get those reps, resulting in that progressive overload, size gains, strength gains, etc. Same thing for fat loss as well, guys. It's a big portion. Obviously, it comes down to calories. It's all mindset as well. When you're doing your interval cardio, are you really giving it your all on the treadmill? Because your all is a lot more than guys. So that's a very big part of it. So you may have the diet right, you may have the training right, like I said, but mindset is absolute paramount. Mindset is key when it comes down to this. So next up, I want to talk about stress. So stress as well. So increased cortisol levels can, it wrecks your health first of all, guys, but also losing fat, building muscle, etc. If you're extremely stressed, you're not going to get very far either, and you're probably going to have trouble concentrating on the task at hand as well. So lifting, cardio, recovery in general, whatever it is, guys. So find something that you can do to decrease your cortisol levels if you think you're stressed out and your cortisol levels are high. So some things I like to do, journaling, reading, going in the infrared sauna for a bit, which has other health benefits, etc. as well, but it's very relaxing. And writing as well, I find that to be great. So, meditation as well, just stretching, whatever you find relaxes you, implement a bit of that, decrease your cortisol levels, you'll find you lose fat better. You'll have more concentration to focus on lifting that weight, increasing those reps, just all round better for your health, better for everything, guys. And our next one, so next up we've had mindset, so we have CNS, so your central nervous system. So I'm not a huge believer in overtraining, but if you are training 6-7 days a week for periods on end, guys, you're gonna burn out. So, and your muscles, like particularly front delts, I find, because they're getting worked on back day when you're hitting pull-ups and stuff, getting worked on chest day with your incline presses, getting worked on shoulder day. If you're smashing them day after day, every single day, guys, you're either going to end up with, a rotator cuff injury, or you're just going to not have that strength, not going to have that, time to recover in between workouts, and you need a break. So there's two ways you can go about it. Number one, well, first of all, is deloading. So I like to recommend what I call a deload week. So that's 1 week of your lifting where you lift 50% of your regular weight. So, if you're normally bench pressing 200 pounds, this week you'll only be doing 100 pounds, same number of sets, same number of reps, just really focusing on that good form, guys. And just, it may feel like you're just going through the motions, but it is beneficial, in the long term, guys. So, you're pausing for a moment and then you're going to take another step forward rather than, getting stuck in the same place and just trying to push through it, end up probably hurting yourself and you don't beat that plateau anyway, guys. So first one's deload week, so 50% of your weight on all your exercises for 1 week. Second of all, if you think you're too far gone, to benefit from a deload week, or you'd rather not go through that, then you can just have a rest week where, for 1 week, you don't lift any weights. You can do some light cardio, stretching, foam rolling, active recovery type stuff, but you steer clear of the weights area and don't go through with your normal regime. You'll find you'll come back, not only mentally, like we're saying, it's mindset as well, not only more mentally prepared, mentally fresh, ready to get in there and kill it again, but your whole body's just going to be that much more recovered. Like I said, especially I find my deltoids, so my shoulders, are a lot fresher after a deload or a rest week. And then you come back and you're instantly already stronger for the most part than you were before. Like, it's not uncommon after a rest week to go in there, set a new PB on squats, on your bench press, etc. So yeah, those are my main techniques, guys, for overcoming plateaus. So any questions or comments, leave them below. Like I said, the biggest takeaway point from this video blog is when you hit a plateau, more often than not, if you're looking in the gym, you're looking in the wrong place. It's everything you do outside of the gym. So nutrition, sleep, make sure you're drinking enough water. Your mindset, guys, your stress, so your cortisol levels, if they're high, you need to decrease them. Central nervous system, are you overtraining? If so, we're looking at deload weeks and rest weeks. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out the link to the article below in the description on my blog, ignorelimits.com. Thanks for watching.